How did you know what I was singing? I didn't think it was that obvious. I didn't think, but...
Hello, we should be live.
Hey, everybody! Let us know how our audio is and how our picture is. The audio especially, I think, today is a little dicey.
I feel like the audio is always what's in question. I feel like the picture's generally okay. It's just a matter of whether or not we're loud enough and if we're in sync. So I'm going to give a clap, and the mods can tell us what they're seeing.
Are we in sync?
Yes.
I had no idea that we were in
I
sync.
am Joey Fat One.
Oh my goodness.
That joke is way too old.
I got a text message that someone is in our house and
Oh.
they're creeping upstairs. Talk about good
We have
timing.
a special guest here. We just started streaming, and they're already here to be our special guest.
How did you guys manage?
Join us. We just started.
here
We
at
haven't even
just the
said
right
anything.
time.
It's your pal Coach.
right,
Close the door,
let's-
though, so the cats don't come in.
Makes sense.
Hold
Okay.
on. How are we gonna shuffle
need-
ourselves to?
I could,
No.
squeeze
Yeah,
Let's
I can
we'll figure out the video here.
Come on in.
Yeah. Okay.
Wherever you want to squeeze in.
So give us a moment while we're letting
Since we're
these
still
friends.
testing our
We've
tech.
got David King. Yeah, I only brought
And we
one
got
chair.
Kayla.
I don't know where
That's
you guys
okay.
want to sit. So
just
there's
sit.
Somebody can-
technically you can pull the
there's
chain
space.
chomp off that stool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it might be
I don't
tall.
know.
Oh, it might be too high though.
As long as you
You
slouch.
could
a little
also
on it.
probably sit on this thing if you take the pipe off of
Hey,
it.
yo, what's up?
However,
Good.
You
as
sure?
long as
Yeah.
you're gonna be okay
Sit
there.
there if you want, 'cause I can.
Audio's
Yeah,
fine.
there we go. I can do that.
If we're blurry, it may or may not be on your end because we're
Doesn't-
technically in
There
focus.
could be some
so.
buffering, going on. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if refreshing the
They
page
said the
might help
audio
with
is
that.
fine.
Okay.
But hey everyone, welcome to our July live chat. So
Hello.
Welcome to our July live chat.
who are these
Hey.
people?
I was gonna say, let's introduce ourselves, starting from the back and moving
Oh,
forward.
should we? Really?
Yes.
Hello, I'm David King, frequent collaborator, and I'm part of the ensemble cast of Random Encounters.
Woo!
Wait, can you tell us a character that you've been?
Professor Oak.
Professor Oak.
Professor Oak.
I do
Dr.
recognize him.
Badboon.
I'm
Dr.
Dr.
Badboon.
I was a corpse and
Oh.
Resident
You were?
Venus.
That's right.
It's
true.
Markiplier kissed you.
Yeah.
You had a
di-
name,
Excellent.
didn't you?
Dave.
Dave.
I was just Dave.
Yeah.
You died many times.
I died so often.
Who
It was-
hasn't?
I did die, actually. I think I've had the most violent death. in
Well, then
any-
why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hi, I'm Kayla. Usually I've done behind the scenes stuff, but the only time you've probably seen me as the person who got electrocuted in Yandere Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm the person that got electrocuted. I think her name was Oka. or
Offer her
Oda.
a shower
Power and we'll turn off all the power.
Which, if they had just watched our lyric challenge
right.
on Friday,
That's
you would have
right.
seen that clip.
Yes,
so
that exact clip
very
came
fitting.
up. I almost couldn't remember what that was from, and I was like, wait a second, that
You
sounds
almost,
a little...
yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going the wrong direction. Okay, well, who are you?
I'm Gwen. Hi. You probably know me as Playtime from Baldi's Basics, or Six from Little Nightmares, or InfoChan from Yandere Simulator, or the other things. I've done a few things.
Things.
I'm also just usually here on the
things.
channel because I live here and I'm part of Random Encounters.
There you go. I'm AJ, and I write all the songs on the channel, and you probably have seen me as Enos, or Purple Guy, or
Purple Guy.
Purple Guy,
Or
Weird.
Sanic.
Sanic,
Sanic.
yeah, you gotta go fast. Luigi, a bunch of different people like that. Yeah, everyone in kindergarten, literally
Yes,
everyone
yes.
in
Man,
kindergarten.
I
True.
cannot. You it reminded me, and I can't believe I forgot to mention my crowning achievement, which is playing Waluigi.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you killed that part, but is that your crowning achievement?
Okay, probably not, but honestly, it was.
It's
the
his
thing
personal
It was the
achievement.
role I was most excited to
I know.
play.
I
of
remember,
everything.
like he tells me, like, I just got Waluigi. My time has come.
My time has come.
It wasn't even the first time you were Waluigi. You had like photos you sent me of being Waluigi in the past as well.
I dressed as Waluigi for Halloween one year when I was 12, 13.
He would
Mario
be-
Tennis had just come out.
I was gonna say he was a new character at that point.
Yeah, no, I had a tennis racket as part of the Halloween costume.
It was so adorable seeing little you.
Yeah, Waluigi still talked like Waluigi. Number one.
I'm Nate. You probably recognize me on the channel as Baldi.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Eggman. Or Super Mario.
Super Mario.
So-
Super Mario.
Well, there you go.
Among many other things.
Many,
Now-
many other things.
Now you know us all. We got some rules. We should. Oh,
David King for Smash.
Yes.
Yes.
I would totally choose David King every time for
I can't. I don't know what tier I'd end up in though. probably be in the same tier as like ice climbers.
Oh.
Hopefully. I mean that in the best way because I've known people
love
who can
it.
use
I like them.
ice climbers really well.
Oh yeah, I think they're great. Let's introduce our moderators really quick too, because we have extra people in the chat who you should know about. One of them is Nefenjo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Am I saying that right again?
Nefenjo?
Yeah, I think Nefenjo is the way it's supposed to be said, right?
I don't
How's
know.
it spelled?
All right, now let us
Suddenly,
know.
I'm like, I haven't said it in so long, I don't remember.
We got people with 3 English degrees.
You know what? You can call her Neff. She's a moderator.
Neff, yes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel like I said that wrong now. I think actually maybe you're right. Maybe it is Neff and Joe.
I think it's Nefenjo, but I...
I don't remember.
That's what I
can't
usually
sound it
say.
out.
I don't know if I've been wrong, but
We'll call her Neff. Neff is cool. She's been around a long time. We got Jens here. Jens is in the chat. He's very cool. Neff and Joe.
Nefenjo.
Neff and Joe. Okay.
Thank you, Neff.
Got it. Neff and Joe. Yes. Okay. Cool. So yeah, Jens is here. I'm guessing that
Malcolm is here. Yep.
Okay. Our buddy Malcolm, who we're gonna see in like a week, is here. He works with us in real life at conventions.
Hey.
Yeah, it's very exciting. But the moderators, please respect them. They have certain rules. We have certain rules as well. They're the same rules. So please respect the moderators, and they will have answers to some of your questions that we're
I was
not
gonna
going to
say,
get to.
pay attention to what they're saying in the chat. They have usually the little wrench next to their name,
Yeah.
so they will answer your questions that we don't get to because they know a lot. So
They also just generally keep the chat in line, and so if you're getting a message from them saying, hey, please stop doing X, Y, or Z, please listen to them. It will make their day better. It will make our day better. It will make everybody else's day in the chat better if everyone just kind of goes with the flow and pays attention to the rules.
They're not meanies. They're not police. They're fans like you.
No, but if we're going to have them pay attention to the rules that the moderators are trying to enforce, we should probably tell them what the rules are.
No swearing.
What?
Or hateful speech.
This is
Don't
gonna
be
be so
mean.
hard.
I know. It's like, oh, I'm out of here.
Well,
This is too much, guys. You're asking too much.
We can't swear, but can we curse? Can we curse people?
Like, I will
like-
your bacon burns?
as long as you
May pig,
oh, that's a good reference.
that's a good one. May pigs dig up your cemeteries. You know?
What's some
Oh.
good Shakespeare ones? Like a plague upon all your houses.
Well, those are fine. Yes, you can do that.
Fair enough.
That's
good.
okay. So if
I'm
you
glad
feel the
we
need to curse
demonstrated.
people, just make sure it's
Don't actually. Like, for
sensitive
real.
cursing. Gentle curses.
Which
like,
actually-
may your skin feel like slightly itchy on the back of your hand today.
May you quack like a duck.
Oh, it works. Oh, no. That was more like the penguin, I think. Yeah. What other rules do we have?
if you have a question for us, type the word question in all caps, followed by your question. But if your question is, will you make blank musical, blank being whatever
Super
game
Mario,
or
Undertale,
anime or movie or whatever you
Overwatch,
want, yeah.
Fortnite.
The answer is always maybe, we might not.
Except the ones that we already made. Everything I just
Yes.
said has already been made.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't usually we put or we talked about putting a list of literally everything that like every series we've covered so that you guys don't have to go use the Google function or the search bar on YouTube to find out if we've done it. But maybe try that first. Before you ask anything today, let's all agree on this. Let's try this just as a test. Instead of asking, will you make blank musical, first type it in the search bar and see if one shows up. Because
Yes.
we've done like 120 something of these now. There's a strong possibility we might have, especially if you know about the game. It means it's probably popular, which means we probably have tried it.
I just found my favorite curse that says, may you be cursed with anime. And I'm like, that's a good one. You know what?
I allow this.
I
You may
accept
curse
this.
me with anime. The animus may curse me.
Yes,
Oh my
may the
goodness.
animus curse you.
I've seen a couple people in the chat asking if the girl here is from Just Monica, and I'm not sure if you're talking about me or Kayla. So I was in Just Monica as Yuri. Kayla
I was
was
not.
not in Just Monica, although that would have been cool.
I know.
So does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was thinking Senpai Noticed Me. I was like, they were both in Senpai Noticed Me. And I was
We
like,
were both in Senpai Notice
Yes.
Me.
yeah, but that was like, they're not asking me.
I was also in
I was
Senpai
gonna say,
Notice Me.
everyone but
Come to
Nate
think of
was in Senpai Noticed
Yeah.
Me.
I was
The Senpai Noticed Me crew
at
right
home
here.
working a dead-end retail
Aw.
job.
Well, maybe you can tell them more about that if they want to hear more.
Oh, no.
What
You'll
did it?
you'll live that.
Do we want to answer Airy Tales here, who's asking about Kindergarten 2 and maybe...
Sure.
Talk a little bit
Yeah,
about
before we go
Kindergarten
too far into the live chat, and we have some super chats to actually talk to in a second too.
We
Yes.
do.
Come back. All right, so Airy Tales, is AJ going to be all the characters again in Kindergarten 2 if you guys make one? We are in fact working on one. It has been delayed because the game got delayed. We were preemptively planning to make it as soon as the game launched, and then the game got shut down for an extra month or so while the developer had to work out some, I think, family business. Nothing hopefully major, and it's back on track to be launching. The game comes out July 30th, so a few weeks from now.
Hey.
Obviously, the day the game comes out, we're not going to have a musical ready because we like to play the game before we actually make a video about it. And while we know some of the characters in the first one, there's a lot of new characters in the second one that no one has been introduced to properly yet, including the storylines and like what their quests are and the items you need from them and things like that. So we're not going to put out a musical until we've gotten a chance to play the game, and the game won't be out until the 30th. So that means you're probably not going to see a kindergarten musical from us any earlier than late August. Maybe we can get it out in September, and that's actually worse. We're more likely to get it out in September. So stay tuned for it, either late August or September. I don't know how long it's going to take us.
Will you be all the characters again?
I don't think I'm going to be every character. There's one specific character I want to get somebody else for.
Oh.
Every other character I plan to be still.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doubling down on that because there are more characters than ever, and I think it's just another opportunity. I never thought I was going to do this again, but now I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it even more. I'm going to be even more people in one video.
You know,
I feel we should clarify that all the characters you've played before, you plan
I will
on
still
playing
be.
again.
Oh,
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You know,
I will still be all
I
the
was
same
watching
people.
them, like, the thought process suddenly happened of, are you going to do the thing? And like, it will be
That's fair
exciting,
enough.
hopefully. But every
Yes.
character he's played before, he'll
There's
play again.
one other character that will be new for this video that I actually kind of want to bring somebody else in for. We'll see if that pans out. Don't be disappointed if I'm everybody, okay? Sorry.
You know, you
It's the
think
thing.
you think kindergarten 2 would just be what, first grade? Whatever comes
Oh,
after.
like the
Yeah,
first
except
grade.
in kindergarten they repeat Monday over and over again endlessly.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
Yeah, so
that's
kindergarten
right.
2 starts on Tuesday, which if you saw that whole teaser where we had a calendar that said Tuesday and they had big number 2 on it, it wasn't because the release date was going to be Tuesday the 2nd of some month. It's because Tuesday is the day it takes place on, and we had a 2 because it's kindergarten 2. So
It's like a Groundhog Day situation.
exactly. So I assume that in the new game you're gonna repeat Tuesday forever until you finish the game. Basically, maybe they'll start a Wednesday if they do a third game.
Oh goodness,
Maybe.
you have a solid at least 5 days for that.
Yeah, right. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh no!
They're the same game. Let's hit some of these super chats that we missed, because super chat is a thing. If you want to back the channel and give us a little love, there's a little $sign button, or it looks like currency in your country, right down here next to the emoji button, and that is to send us money, which is the nice thing that some people do, and some of those people that did it include back
bacon pasta sushi. I
was
don't
like,
even want to know
oh,
what back bacon is.
back bacon pasta sushi. Thank you. Who says you're the best?
Oh yeah.
No,
You're the
back
best.
bacon pasta sushi.
Aw,
You're the
that's
best.
so sweet.
Aww.
We also had a super chat come in from Gotcha Gamer 56, who says, "I love you."
Oh,
That's so nice
How
to us this
adorable.
morning.
I know, it's a nice morning to get these kind of messages and to get these little, donations to us. So thank you for doing that. No pressure though. Of course, there are other ways to back the channel. We have a Patreon account, and we obviously sell and stream music, and that helps us. So even listening for free on Spotify is a useful thing. Watching the videos, sharing the videos, even commenting on the videos. It's not difficult to back the channel one way or another.
No.
We also sell shirts.
I was gonna say 2 of us are wearing shirts too.
Yeah.
No,
We're all
and-
wearing
2 of us
shirts.
are wearing shirts.
we're all wearing.
Okay, we didn't like you to hawk
Hey, I'm
things.
actually wearing a tank top, so
Oh.
if you want to be specific here.
Okay. But yes, do you want to talk about your 2 shirts?
Tell them about the
This is a fine T-shirt representing the Mississippi Beard and his journey into the Temple of Ooh.
Oh, that's very dangerous in there.
Yeah, you can get it on our Spreadshirt.
Yeah, Spreadshirt is where we're pushing again, I think, because
Yeah,
we've been changing
the
some
links
shirt
are in the
qualities.
description below on pretty much every video. So
Yes, yeah. It by default, every video should have links to our merch, links to Patreon, links to everything and anything. I've
This
got a
one's
new one.
new, yeah.
This is a brand new one.
Is it?
The designer is amongst us right here. Gwen thought it'd be really fun to doodle up something based on Baldi's Big Zoo. So this is the Oranganoceraptopus shirt that Gwen made, thinking it'd be really fun, and I liked it a lot. So she owns one, I own a matching one.
I like them.
yeah.
I like them a little bit more than I probably should for having made them, but they're fun and happy. So.
Sorry, we should stop hawking things and go back to questions probably now. But yeah, thank you for your support, Super Chatters. And let's get more questions in. I also have some from Instagram if we need a couple splashed in ones.
Fair enough.
We get this question actually a lot, but I thought it'd be interesting with you two here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
They asked, and I'm sorry, I've already missed what name it was, but what your favorite musical to make was. So I know you guys have both worked on several. Which one was your favorite to make here at Random Encounters?
Okay.
I've done so many. This is a really, really hard, a really tough question.
I know, someone was even pointing out you were in our Cuphead musical. You were the
You
train
were.
ghost.
Yes, that's right. I was the blind specter in that one. That one was fun. Interestingly enough, since that one was all animated, it was just the part I enjoyed was just coming in and doing the song bits for it, getting to improv a little bit. That was kind of fun. Favorite musical to make? Gosh. I feel like one of my favorites is still the Arkham City, the Batman Arkham rock opera, because I played Scarecrow in that one, and that was a lot of fun to be a part of.
That was a good role for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Not like it's his favorite Batman.
I was like, this is a good fit for David specifically.
I mean, I am wiry enough for it, so it worked out. Yeah. No, that one was fun. It was great to see so many people there in their respective Batman get-ups. We had a lot of the behind the scenes stuff was a lot of fun because we were just running around doing these little, just when we weren't on camera, just kind of goofing off,
Schmoozing with the other villains.
Being on camera, it was just a big villain meetup, basically.
It was really fun.
My one of my best friends was there, Matt Hawley. He was Hugo Strange in that one. So off camera, we'd be talking, and he would, of course, do the accent. And it was a lot of fun. Like he'd be like, Dr. Craig, what did you find out about the nonsense going on here? Things like that. It was a lot of fun.
That does sound fun.
Oh, that was a good project.
I think I'm trying to figure out which one. I mean, Senpai Noticed Me was a crazy one because that was the one where I got water dumped on me, and I'm like prepping myself, like, okay, I can do this.
Got to do stunts.
I got to do stunts for that.
That's a stunt. That is. You could die from that.
And I have like this big black wig, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how this is gonna turn out.
It turned out.
It was like one of those one-shot things too. Like it's like, okay, this is the only time we can get this. We can't do it again.
Right? Yeah. As soon as you're doused with water, it's like, well.
And then there's all this like electric. You got your cameras, you got like sound, and you're like, okay, we got to be as far away as possible, but as close as possible, so we can get this.
Yeah.
I that was probably my favorite moment on set, despite being like one of those like not. I don't know how to word it because like most people be like, no, I could never do that.
You were here for FNAF one night too,
I was.
right?
I actually helped out with puppetry on that as well
Yeah.
as sound.
The whole FNAF musical, like all parts of it that I was involved in, was a ton of fun. That's a close contender. That's why this is a really hard question.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
Honestly,
we just have too much fun here.
yeah.
Ah.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's because we work on too many musicals here. I'm not sure.
Senpai was fun in that there was just cool to be on set with everybody. That was where I first met Gwen, which was a lot of fun. So
Like it's not where I first met
It's
Gwen.
almost where you first met me.
It's where I first started to get really interested in Gwen, I think.
Well,
Ooh.
okay, so before people ask, yes, we're married.
I understand that some other people here are going to be married at some point in the very near future as
I was
well.
gonna say.
Yeah, I'm actually engaged to this fella, and we're getting married in a month.
And he's going to be dressed as Waluigi.
yeah. I was originally going to do something different, but then you reminded me how Waluigi was my absolute best role ever.
Yes.
And so the only way I can come down the aisle is, the big strut he does in Mario Tennis, when he wins. Waluigi, number one.
Well, congratulations to you guys again, because you guys are a great couple, and we are so excited for you guys to be taking this next step in your relationship. So that's very cool.
And we think being married is cool. So.
Yeah.
Married seems fair. Well, we'll see you there.
Based off what we've seen.
We will be there. We're very
Absolutely.
excited.
Hannah Sofin, yes. This was what I was teasing on my Instagram with the pictures of AJ. So
That's
see you
Gwen.
asking
That's
that.
Gwen right there on my shirt.
Yes.
That's me right there on my shirt.
And spoilers, it's not going to be the last new shirt we start adding to our store.
Oh, no, it's true.
Ooh.
We've got a couple
So-
in the works, and we're planning to just.
They're
keep
looking really
going.
good. Yeah, we're working with artists now that are from the RE community, actually. People that have done some art for Random Encounter stuff on their own before that we hunted down and said, You did an amazing job. Can we work with you on a t-shirt design? So we're super excited that some of the artists that have been doing such amazing like graphics and stuff based on our musicals are willing to collaborate with us on actual stuff that will be sold in our store to other fans in the community. So that's great.
4X the J-Man wants to know if we filmed Baldi's Big Zoo in an actual zoo.
No. No. They didn't have enough Arachnorosauroptepi in the real zoo, so we had to make our own up.
I like that you just made up a plural for that.
Well,
There can't be more than one.
or can they?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's actually filmed in a park. It's the same park that the Magikarp song is filmed in, that Muffins the Musical is filmed in, that parts of Go Go Pokemon Go are filmed in.
A lot of things are filmed in.
I was going to say, we've been filming
Legendary
a lot.
Heroes was in my...
Yeah, that's our Deltarune song that came out this year. That one got filmed in that same zoo.
Part of our Sonic movie trailer was
Oh.
filmed
You're
there.
right.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
oh, cool. I was going to ask
Hey.
you later if you wanted to put a little plug to the other things you
This
do
is a
in
good
your
time. Let's
life,
read that
so-
super chat.
Well, Void Null Paradox did it for me. Shout out to Midnight Marinera. Love you guys. Thank you, Void Null.
Thank you.
They are so good at what they do. And yeah, introduce your channel.
All right, so I run a podcast on the Creative Horror Network called Midnight Marinera. It is an audio drama podcast where we take spooky stories and convert them into full cast, full produced audio dramas. So if you're someone who, I mean, a lot of YouTube crowd, if you like listening to like people read creepypasta stories, like narrator type people, we try to go the extra mile. We take the stories and we adapt them and we make them full bodied works of like sort of like old radio plays.
And they're really good.
Thank you. I think everybody here has been involved. Yeah, everybody here
Yeah.
has been involved in the podcast to some degree.
Yeah.
So.
Funny enough, I keep seeing something about SCP breachment, or containment breachment. We actually, on Midnight Marinera, are reading SCP stories and discussing them. So if you're interested in that, that'll be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, 'cause
Awesome.
When we're not doing major productions, we're doing cold reads of stories that people send us and just sort of blind reacting to them. So.
They're
So-
fun.
We'll update the video description at some point today, once we're not live, I think. But just as a refresher, you can find them if you go on YouTube, right? Still,
Yeah,
you can still find their YouTube channel at least.
Yeah, just under Midnight Marinera.
Okay.
It should work out.
Yes,
should
it's in
totally
the
check that
spaghetti sauce. Yes, like because creepy pasta. You're not hearing that wrong.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. You should come by and check it out.
Yeah, you guys also do an animation podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
we've
That's
gotten to
just
be part of.
that's more just for fun, but we've been reviewing every single Disney animated feature in chronological order. We just sent which one did we just do?
We just did the Black Cauldron.
Thank you. I just forgot
Ooh.
about that movie. Yeah.
We forgot about it for a reason. we gave it a fair shot. There are moments that are good, but yeah, we've been doing them. This was technically our second anniversary episode since we started.
Yeah, it is. So we've been
Wow.
doing that for 2 years. It's
It's an undertaking.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been a lot of fun though. Our next one we're gonna do is The Great Mouse Detective, which I'm so excited for. I love that movie.
That
so
movie
much.
is wonderful.
I love it so much.
It's very fun.
That's awesome.
But it's called Animusings. You can find us at the Benview Network. So or Google it. Usually it's one of the first things. that pops up.
BenviewNetwork.com/animusings.
Correct.
Is
Thank
where
you.
you can find the podcast.
We're planning to eventually put it on YouTube, so it'll be more accessible. But until then, yes.
Yes.
DMY Studios asked us who our favorite character was that we've played, and I'm gonna twist it a little bit because I think it's a little too close to what our favorite musical to make was. So, if you had one character you've played that you wanted to be again,
Oh.
who would it be?
Oh. Why y'all staring at me first?
Or,
All right, Nate, who do you want to be again?
Since I've only played one character, how about this? Is there a character you would want to play that you've not played, or you?
That's
would-
That's
fair.
an option. Why don't we can include that one too?
I mean, I get to be Nugget again. So I have a very easy out here because every kid in kindergarten actually, like, the characters are really good in the game. So getting to like do them and to play them in real life is really cool. And the fact that I get to do it twice in my life is really cool.
I was thinking you were gonna say Biffalo Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say that they were my favorite. Biffalo Bub from The Shovel Werewolf is probably one of my favorite roles of all time. He is so much fun to play, and things didn't pan out so well for him. Spoilers. So go catch up on Shovel Werewolf. But you know what? I have been pleading my case. I've been insisting that people don't always die from horrifying explosions.
It's true.
If it's an explosion, you're never sure.
Yeah.
Thinking of that.
He was super gone after the explosion.
There was not even dust.
No.
Nope, just
No,
gone.
there was a huge fry experience going on there. So,
Ugh.
but hey, he could have like dropped down a trap door or something. Like,
Yes,
he
yes,
was
those
gone.
trap doors that they put in the desert. Yes.
He could have rigged the desert just for that. It was all a hoax.
True.
It's all a hoax. He actually called in this fake alien situation so that he could disappear. So that it's
an
all
elaborate ruse.
orchestrated. Yes, by Biffalo Bub. Can't say Shovel Werewolf, Shimori. All right. Nugget and Biffalo Bub, who
Those are
are
good choices.
actually the same character.
Yes.
He's grown up and he's crazier.
Oh my goodness. I want to play Jessie from Team Rocket again.
Oh,
Hey, Pokemon fans in the audience?
I think I've been saying that ever since we did our Detective Pikachu musical, because we did a really epic like bunker poker scene with like the three of us, and it was so much fun and so like film noir feeling, and I would love to do it again. So yeah, I'd play her again.
She's cool.
I would be down to see both of you in those roles again.
Yes.
That was awesome. I see. I feel like this is a tough question. I feel like I end up playing a lot of repeat characters on because I was going to say I love one of my favorite characters to play is Professor Oak, but I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen again sometime down the line. So it's not that that's like I hope I get to play Professor Oak again. I feel like it's probably going to happen. I feel like I should choose a different answer. I'm going to be terrible and say Scarecrow again.
Yes.
Not Waluigi. You just
I
one,
would do
one and done.
Waluigi again, but like I don't know. It's my favorite Batman villain. I got to wear that cool gauntlet glove thing that Scott Leverett, Sweeping Man made.
Oh yeah.
Which was amazing. And I still have, by the way.
I was wondering how it's held up because I know like he makes really low budget props, and I'm not saying low quality, low budget. He does it with very like items you can go get at a dollar store. And so I was like, I don't know how well they hold up over time. Probably depends on how you use them. But we still have some of those props, and they hold up for us. A glove is like, that sounds like you would use it a lot more than some of the things we keep on a shelf downstairs, though.
I don't know. I mean, we've used his crowbar like actually hitting things. And
We
it's
have.
so-
Yeah, he built like an actual crowbar, it turns out.
out of cardboard and wooden dowels and
But you
duct tape
can
and
get hit
paint.
with
I
it.
don't. Yeah.
I've been
It's
hit with it a
good
few
prop.
times.
It got thrown at you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't. And people ask, why would you make a cardboard crowbar instead of just buying real? And I'm like, because you can't throw it at somebody. Or you can, but bad things happen when you throw a real cardboard crowbar. Real crowbars send people to the hospital. Cardboard crowbars let you get a second or third taken.
I'd actually would love to do puppeteering again, but like for another character, because I did puppeteering for which one was it?
I think you did at least. You've done a bunch of the.
Yeah, I
puppets.
did, but
just can't
the
remember which.
one that I remember the most was Freddy Fazbear, because I was just the one like slamming my hand against the back of the window.
That's right.
Which was fun because like Scott Lever and I were back there, and while we're like waiting for our cue, we're talking about Mary Poppins. And, I would not mind doing puppeteering again for that. How like or any actually type of puppeteering. That's a fun thing to do because you just like move your hand around and it's very easy to do. I'm trying to think if there's any characters like in any video games I would ever want to play. I mean, I have the red hair, so if there was ever another Pokemon, I wouldn't mind doing like Misty or now Sonia just came out and she is gay. But I mean, in terms of like favorites, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of great musicals and there's a lot of great characters, so it's hard to choose. But yeah.
I like that you're advocating for more FNAF.
Yes. No. Well, it doesn't have to be more FNAF. It's just more puppeteering and other.
Oh,
yeah,
touche.
We can. Yeah. It doesn't have to specifically
Or both.
be FNAF. Or it could be both. But you have a great person who makes puppets and is like,
Sure.
utilize it to work with.
Yeah.
And we asked him for some new ones just last year, so
Hey.
he
that's
obviously
right.
is still in business.
For FNAF,
the
in
creepy,
fact.
the creepy elephant and the
Yeah, and the pig.
weird pig.
It's Orson Elephant, right? And who's
Orville.
the-
I think it's
Orville.
Orville.
Orville,
Orville.
you're right. Who is the
I want to say Peppa, but that's not.
Peppa Pig. I think there's gonna be a lawsuit if Peppa Pig
boy.
shows up to chew your
Why
face
don't I
off.
just Google that before we decide it's
yeah.
Peppa?
I mean, they're gonna tell us in 5 seconds
Yeah.
too.
That's
but-
true.
That's true.
I agree with David that I play a lot of characters a lot, so I'm not gonna pick like Dr. Eggman because I'm sure I'll be
You'll show
Eggman
up.
again.
Yeah.
So on a more
Patch.
likely note, I'd rather be Super Mario again.
Oh,
He was really fun.
Your Mario is so much fun.
It was. You did great,
I
Mark.
channeled Bob Hoskins.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
you.
Which is funny because he's like the one-time Mario. You have like Charles Martinet, who's been him for like ages. You had like Captain
Yes.
Lou Albano, who did at least a full season of Mario. I
Yeah.
don't even remember how many episodes.
Never underestimate the power of a good Bob Hoskins performance, even in a movie that some people consider like kind of mediocre.
An abomination. Oh, okay.
I,
Mediocre too.
I will stand by. I think the Super Mario Brothers movie is a legit entertaining movie.
It gets
in
better
my
with
opinion.
age, to be
It
honest.
does.
It's like a
It
fine
really
wine.
does.
Yeah, it
It's
actually
a
is.
time capsule of
Or
a
a
weird like early
cheese.
90s.
It
Like,
is.
It's so good.
Yeah, right?
Uh.
Because like at the time we're all kind of offended, like, what have you done to my Super Mario game? Now that we've had distance, we're like, okay, it's clearly not like the Super Mario games, but it is weirdly fun to watch.
You love it for what it is.
Yeah, and the version of those two, like Mario and Luigi characters, are actually like they're still enjoyable, which is why ours are based on them.
I say on a less likely note though, I'd like to be Dr. Hottie again.
Oh.
Dr. Hottie was fun.
More Phoenix, right?
Dr. Hottie was a weird. He's a
Ba-
character.
Well, back when I was blonde, I had a lot of people tell me like, "Oh my gosh, you look just like Adrian Andrews." I'm like, "Who is this?" And this is how I came to learn about Phoenix Wright. I'm like, "Wow, I do look a lot like her." Not anymore, but
That's crazy.
That's funny. We had a super chat we missed.
We got a couple of things over there.
Yes.
Okay, so Foxy the Pirate Fox 8585. Thank you for your super chat, and also they wanted to know if we'll make a FNAF 2
That was actually
musical.
Joshua Cookies.
Was that Joshua Cookie? No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Void Null Paradox. So shout out to Midnight Marinara.
Oh,
Joshua
I'm
Cookies.
sorry.
It's
Oh.
okay.
I can read, guys. Like I can count.
It's because we saw Foxy the Pirate Fox, and we
I
were like,
did. I'm sorry. So Joshua Cookies actually asked us about FNAF 2.
okay, so FNAF, like just the game FNAF 2, because elements of FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 and FNAF 4, actually they called
All
FNAF 4
FNAFs.
sister location, I guess. And wait, am I getting the order confused now?
You and
One was in the
everybody else.
house, one was sister. Yeah, I think 4
You
was
and
in the
everybody
house,
else.
5 was sister location, 6 was Pizza Simulator, 7 was Ultimate Custom Night? Question mark. And now there's FNAF VR and.
So how about we just simplify this question down a little bit too? Will we ever revisit FNAF?
And we've been insisting, no, it's done. The story's done. The story's done. And, well, the story's not entirely done. And I think we led up for that. If you watched Ground Zero last year, there were definitely some open ends that I think still need explaining. Things like, one of the lines in the song is that Springtrap's got its wiring still. And obviously, if you watched FNAF the musical, like everybody else in the world did, Springtrap doesn't have any wires in him. The wiring's all been torn out, is what they say. So we have these kind of gaps that we left ourselves to go, what happens in between? There's also an entire cast of new animatronics we were talking about, like Trash and the Gang, Orville Elephant, Pig Patch,
See my boy Pan Stan.
Pan Stan. People that are in that musical that don't show up in FNAF the musical, like the later ones with Mark and Nate. So the question is, what happens in that gap? There is more room to tell a story. We just haven't been willing to commit to it. I can't guarantee if we're willing to commit to it yet, but it's been talked about this week. This week we're still talking about what happens in that gap. When are we going to explain it?
So it's not going to happen anytime soon,
Ish.
but we are really. This is not how you operate. You don't promise something soon.
I didn't. I said ish. It said it's not happening soon-ish.
It's not happening soon.
I made it
No
more
ish.
broad, not less.
How about it's just happening-ish?
It's happening ish. We're talking about it.
There's
I mean, I feel like
discussions.
we can all
Ish.
just say no matter what, Mark and Nate are probably not going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
Mark
sorry.
is very busy.
sorry.
He's a very busy person. And Nate is very busy and also doesn't even live in California anymore.
I saw
So-
people talking about the lyric challenge saying, bring Mark and Nate back to like sing lyrics from. I'm like, that is Mark's worst nightmare. I kid you not. Like his special version of hell is like Random Encounters drags him in and sets him on a couch. It's like, sing the songs. He goes, I don't know any of them. What am I doing? Can I go home now? Like that is. That is his nightmare night. I'm sorry, but that's having worked with him several times. I don't think that's gonna happen.
But we might be able to get some other guest stars. In fact, I know one of our friends texted me yesterday when the Lyric Challenge went up and said, if you want somebody to come do this, I volunteer as tribute. So we might have some other people come in and do it, but it won't be Mark and Nate.
Yeah. And regarding if there's another FNAF, there might be other people you do recognize from YouTube that show up in it. Kind of like Charlie Green from CG5, who was in Ground Zero last year.
Yay.
Woo!
So yeah, stay on the lookout. Maybe there'll be updates. Maybe there won't be. And you'll ask about it next live chat. Good question, though. Thank you for the super chat.
We also have a question from Doodlebip that our moderators thought was so cool. They kind of pushed it up to our attention. So thank you, moderators.
And
also,
thank you, Foxy the Pirate, also for your super chat, too.
Yes.
Here.
Doodlebip asked, is it true the celebrity/YouTuber guests fall out of the sky for your musicals?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I've seen it happen.
I've watched it happen. It's just like, wow, it's just...
Why do you think they have a ball pit? That's how they put it.
Where we
fall
catch
out
them,
of the
yes.
sky into the ball pit.
They kept crashing through the ceiling in that one spot. We were like, dude, we gotta give them a softer landing. We tried beanbag chairs, but the ball pit works best.
I'm always
so.
impressed you guys are able to fix the ceiling every time.
Oh, yeah.
No, we have a really good contractor.
Yeah.
So great question. Thank you for making light of something that does seem to come up a lot. It's actually very difficult because most YouTubers aren't used to having to invest a lot of time into production. They have basically boiled down the formula to something they can do quickly and easily and constantly, because that's what YouTube requires, is you to do the same thing over and over and over again as fast as possible and basically come out with the same results every single time.
We should figure out how to do that.
Random Encounters is not that. So it's a weird step out of most people's comfort zones. And we've been, very grateful for the YouTubers that have stepped forward to help us out over the years and be in some of the videos. Getting them to come back over and over again gets more difficult. So weirdly, it's like there's an expiration date. The more times you steal Mark off of his channel, the fewer times you have left for him to say yes to come back and do it again.
Right.
So as you can see, we have dragged Mark out of his channel a lot over the years. And he's finally, phasing himself out, I think, on our channel. Doesn't mean you won't see him again, just...
You can see him on his channel.
You can't see it, but just off camera, there's a one of those stage hooks that's got Mark's name on it, and they literally just reach out and pull him off the channel with it. So.
No, but we do we get really lucky with some of the people that actually reach out to us and say that they'd like to work with us, and then we get to go check out cool new YouTubers that we didn't know before. And certainly we get really lucky with the number of times we do get to get repeat guest stars back. Like we've loved getting Oreo back and Adriasaurus back. And people like them. And we're hopeful that we will be able to work with people multiple times that do a really good job, and everyone does a really good job. But we can't keep dragging them back indefinitely. So we're lucky for the number of times that we do get them.
Yeah. I think probably every one of us would vote to have Mark come back in another FNAF video if we could.
Well, yeah, his voice is great for that.
Right? And I'm like, his acting is great too. Everything about having him on the channel is great. But it doesn't our votes don't matter when it comes to his channel still operating and his life still going smoothly.
And we don't want to take away from his channel, guys. We know how much you love that. So there's no way we're going to sacrifice the cool things he does just to be come film for 5 nights in a row with us, because that's what
it is. It's intense. He has to give up. He was in the middle of moving when we did the first FNAF, so he was late to set the first day because he'd forgotten, because he was signing leases on new properties and things like that. The second time, he was worn out completely to the bone because he'd been carrying boxes all day and stuff. And he's doing those things around still having to do his channel, where he's putting up a video or 2 every day. So busy guy. Very difficult to get them back. There was a question about Mark earlier that I think probably every one of us, not you, every one of us could answer. Actually, is that even true? Maybe it is. We'll find out.
What was the question, though?
So I think Tank Boy asked it. He said, what was it like first meeting Mark? And I'm like, for each one of us, I think we all met Mark at different first-time moments, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys met him at the same time or not. But...
he met him before I did, because he met him on...
Captain Falcon did.
Well, I actually met Mark before that.
Before that, okay.
Yeah, because I was at San Diego Comic-Con a few years ago.
Okay.
And I met him and we chatted. And this is before like everybody was like coming up to him.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
it was cool. That was my first encounter. My first encounter on set though was when we did Captain Falcon. So.
And then I met him on the FNAF musical. Yes, I did. I'm like trying to remember.
Do you remember?
I met him filming the extra stuff after night 5 that went into the like supercut. Which, if you guys
Matt Pat
haven't,
with a chainsaw.
Matt Pat with a chainsaw. I met him during. Well, I met
Matt Pat with a
during
chainsaw.
that scene.
That's a heck of a time to meet
I
somebody.
like
Yeah.
that's what it's called. It's like, oh, do you remember Matt Pat with the chainsaw? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the name of the musical.
No, and it was a weird night anyway because I'd just gotten off work at like 10 o'clock at night and like driven straight from work to the set. And so I worked as a waitress at the time, and I think I was still sitting there like, did I give everyone their Alfredo sauce that asked for Alfredo sauce? And then I'm suddenly on set with chainsaws, and like they just put flour all over somebody for one of the effects shots,
Yep.
and like it was a crazy set to walk into. I'm pretty sure that they were busy sweeping up the flour at the time that I showed
Yeah,
up.
that's right.
And Mark was in the zone. He was like, we're here, we're having fun, we're getting stuff done. And I'm not actually sure he spoke to me all night, which is perfectly fine. But that's what I walked into, was like all these random guys in a room doing weird stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine how weird that was to walk
As we
in and
do.
be like,
Yeah.
what are they even making tonight? Captain Falcon was the first time I met him because we actually did the recording before we did the filming. So he didn't show up and put on a costume or anything. My phone went off and he was there at the building and I came down and let him in. I was like, "You're Markiplier," and he was like, "Yeah, I am. Hey." And I was like, he did make it weird. It wasn't. Now I'm questioning, did we do the costume fitting first? Because I went to his apartment at the time too, and he was in the middle of moving, so that was kind of different too.
You told me that you had done that. I think that might
Yeah,
have been before.
I was
because
trying to remember.
You were telling me about the helmet and how that was a big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the helmet was too small for his head because Mark actually has a fairly big head, and that's not referring to his ego. That's referring to his body. He anatomically is a freak. Is what I'm trying to
Oh,
No.
One of the first things that he did actually when I met him was like, "Hey, check this out," and he turned his feet backwards and walked around the room. He loves doing that. He did that in Enos's bloopers too. So yeah, actually, I think he might be a little bit of a freak.
No.
aren't we all though?
No.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
No, I love it. I love that. That's one of the like party tricks he brings out. Like immediately, like, "You want to see something weird?" And he's like, and then turns himself around, like, "Watch this," and dances around with like his feet backwards. You're like, "Ah! Turn those back around! You can't do that."
Oh man.
He was so chill though. Like, and his Falcon voice acting too was like so. He was the right guy for the.
Oh
role.
yeah, I would agree with that.
And we were considering him against Ego Raptor. Actually, we were trying to get in touch with one or the
Oh,
other
my
to be Captain
God.
Falcon.
I could see Aaron as Captain Falcon.
Right?
Though. That's like not bad. It's not a
Yeah,
bad
I was
choice.
like, that could be fun. Like, he's got like he could do the voice too. But I don't regret at all that, Mark is the one that actually jumped in first and was like, "I'll do that." And we're like, "You got it, buddy." Do you have
I've never met Mark.
never met Mark?
So
It's weird because we have done something with him since.
we've done things with him like the Cuphead, but it's,
Yeah. The Cuphead.
it didn't make sense for
Yeah.
a
'cause Peter
third
and I
person to
were-
go down to LA to record and
Yeah.
just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, and
so.
he hadn't met you before either, so
Yeah,
it's
so.
pretty easy.
I have a weird story about Markiplier from when we were shooting Resident Enos.
Okay.
I might have told this story before, but it was the time he was. So, just to be clear, I was literally corpsing for this, and of course, I'm trying to lie there and not react at all to him when he goes to kiss my forehead. But keep in mind, I have my eyes closed. I'm lying there, and this is what I hear. He was trying to get me to break. I've never forgiven him.
Dude, that's in the bloopers too.
It is.
Yeah,
like
you
me
can see
reacting
him.
to it is
Yeah.
like, God, I could not keep a straight face because he doesn't make it easy.
Yeah, that wasn't even like a kiss. It was really like he's like. It was like, what is that?
It was like that. But before that, it was really funny because like we were waiting for things to happen, and he just all of a sudden he just goes, "Hey, check this out," and he shows me and he's laughing at his own video. I'm like, "What is this?" And it's the one where he was doing like the weird like stretch effects on his face. It was just a weird compilation of him, like like the swirls and the other like Snapchat-ish things, and he was cracking himself up, and it was kind of infectious. So
He does the strange. I was like, hey, and then he turned his feet around and danced around the sun.
that story's not as good as that one, but you know what I mean.
I mean, he does strange things like that, but he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
He's
In addition to being.
F-U-N-G-I.
Toad.
You're fired.
All right, so spreading enough rumors about Mark today.
One of our lovely moderators reminded us we actually forgot part of our usual opening spiel. It's a new month. It's
It's a new
July.
July.
I think some of our friends out there may have been born in July.
In July, my sister and my
Spawned
mother were
even.
born in July.
My brother was born in July.
Hey,
It's a bad month.
Oh.
Oh.
One of our co-hosts, or the person that owns our network, Sade, is born in July as well.
I say.
Wow.
If Sade will probably know.
There's
So,
Sade listening.
to all of those people and to any of you who are born in July, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
This is so exciting. I hope you guys have birthday parties and big cakes and blow out all the candles. Get your wishes.
Indeed. Many
Yeah,
happy
thank you.
returns on the eventual or recently passed date of your birth.
Or if today's your birthday, the dates of your birth.
There you go.
Also, thank you to Dark Dragon GTX for giving us a super chat.
Thank you.
And you asked, will we ever make an Assassin's Creed musical?
Great
Why,
time.
yes.
Great time to plug our Assassin's Creed musical. It's called Nothing Is True, and it's actually fairly old. It's one of the first, I think, 6 videos we made on the channel. But I still like it. I think it's fun. I get to play Altair. We don't have Ezio, we have Altair. I think because we preemptively assumed that people would actually come back to Altair, which they eventually, I think they did, with Assassin's Creed Revelation. They don't have Altair in the movie, do they? Not that we talked
The
about
movie is
He's just completely new
some
assassin.
random guy.
Okay, because I feel like the costume was based more like Altair's, but
I don't know. The movie.
it's the
sucks.
same era. I feel like. Yeah, either way.
I
so,
remember very little from that movie because
Yeah, Nothing Is True, an Assassin's Creed song, is a very old project from Random Encounters, but it is an Assassin's Creed song, and it'll make the most sense if you've played any of the Assassin's Creeds that have Altair in them. Question from Golden Unlimited. Are you going to be posting anything on your gaming channel? Thank you for asking. Who wants to talk about the gaming channel?
I was going to say you've been doing the most work on it, so...
Yeah, we will be starting up Replayed again. I'm assuming August is what we're aiming for.
We definitely
Beginning
have
of
been-
August, mid-August. I don't know. We haven't nailed down a date.
Dude, my birthday's next month, so we're
But-
going to wish me a happy
Oh my
birthday next
gosh.
month. Maybe for my birthday we should
Oh.
start the channel back up.
Ooh.
Start the
The replay,
I was like,
the
start
gaming
the channel. It's like what?
We should start posting
Uh,
things on YouTube again.
So yeah,
Next
New
month.
channel.
Starting a new.
we have a couple series that we've been working on involving different types of games.
Would you like to tell them about them since it's...
I can, yes. We will be doing one series. I don't know if we're going to reveal titles or if we've nailed down titles
Yeah,
yet.
don't nail down a title.
But one series is going to be about bad video games. So that's mostly
Yes.
something I'm in charge of because,
Yes.
you know, working on the Shovel Werewolf,
The bad
I
video game
read
authority.
and see a lot about bad games, and we pick them up at our local game stores if they have a stupid label. Or...
we did shopping yesterday.
shopped
In fact, I
yesterday.
didn't even clean mine because I wanted to show you some of
Yeah.
the ones I bought.
Oh my
So
gosh,
I know
yes.
David's going to be about some of these
Yeah.
classic
Yes.
games.
So
man.
we've got a bad game series we're working on. We've got a fan hack series we are going to be doing as well because we've got a lot of fan mods that we've been checking
Yes.
out. We're also going to be doing a series where we just play the games that we've done musicals for.
Hey.
So, you know,
Oh,
FNAF, Little Nightmares,
Say,
Baldy,
like 100
Bendy.
games.
Yeah, we're going to be
Yeah.
going through all of those.
We're missing one, aren't we?
Yeah,
I know
we're,
what it is.
We're bringing back Meet Your Maker as well. Where, if you don't know what that was, it was a series we used to do on Replayed, where me and AJ made horrifying Mario Maker levels for each other.
Yeah.
So I believe it's
And-
Meet Your Mario in parentheses Maker.
Yeah.
Now I got a question. Are you going to do Super Mario Maker 2?
Yes.
for the- awesome.
Why, yes. Although I'm not enjoying, I'm just going to throw it out there. We've been playing Super Mario Maker 2 a little bit. I haven't got much time, but I don't like the level designer as much as I liked it
Oh,
on Wii U.
really?
Yeah, I actually liked the Wii U for level making better.
Is it because I mean the Wii U had the stylus, which really helped. I feel like. But-
One major problem with Super Mario Maker 2 is that it doesn't have amiibo support for costumes. And I make very themed levels. Like if you watch our old episodes, I made a series called The Great Boudini, where he's like a stuntman, and Pac-Man is like your little like player icon to play as the Great Boudini, and there are all these horrible like themed levels like I don't know, Ride of the
It's
Great
like
Boudini,
ride where you have like
or,
a bunch of treadmills, you like fly over flames.
Launch
and
of
do
the
all
Great
these-
Boudini. Yeah, you had to like ride a shell in one of them, and I was so excited when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make a go kart that you can ride in Super Mario Maker 2." I'm like, "Yes, Race of the Great Boudini. This is gonna be great." And you can't use costumes currently in the new game. You always have to be Mario, and I'm like,
Get on that, Nintendo. Amiibo support.
it broke my heart.
Well, even just costume support. Two of the levels
Yeah.
I made that were part of an intended series were the Traitorous Goomba, where you
See?
played. It was supposed to be a
Oh,
story.
I
You
remember
played
They're
as a Goomba.
fantastic.
And you were stuck walking in a little corridor with all the other Goombas, but then you see a coin sign that says resist, and it's like, oh, okay, I better escape. And then you start fighting Bowser's minions as this Goomba.
It's so fun. It's one of the things I loved most about Mario Maker was getting to, I made a Splatoon one where he plays like a little squid and you have to like stomp all over the things. And Captain Toad Must Die, one of my
Oh.
favorite levels of all time. Because it was like, oh, we're going to make this level where you just have to die as Captain Toad. There's no way around it, except there is a secret way around it. And I was so excited to like, oh, now we can like set actual level parameters. Like you can't win unless Captain Toad has died or something. And you can't be Captain Toad currently in the game. And I was like, ah!
I suppose it gives Mario Maker 1 some additional value, though, replay value.
A little bit.
If you can't have the costumes in the other ones. Like, go back
Yeah.
to Mario Maker 1. You just can't do costumes with slow.
But are they?
They do not transfer. You cannot.
Oh, I was also gonna
use
say, do
old
they
levels.
still have the servers even running for the original Mario?
And that's a
Maker?
good question. I'm not sure if they do.
Because I feel
I wanna
like at a
transfer
certain point they
levels.
would just drop support for it.
Yeah. So tragically, Mario Maker 2 has a lot of really cool things it's added, and it's also taken some things away that I hope they add as DLC later. Like if I can unlock a Captain Toad skin instead, sure, I'll do it. But right now, nothing like that, and I only make themed levels, so I'm like,
Oh.
But dude, if you want to play some Ross levels, Rubber
God.
Ninja stuff,
Yeah.
dude, that kid's crazy. He's crazy.
Real quick, a thank you to Joe Doom, to Neil Owens, and to Bun Bun Drawings for sending us super chats. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Neil Owens said, "Hi, I love Sonic. We like Sonic too."
I also. love Sonic.
that hedgehog.
And Bun Bun Drawings asked, "What is one of your favorite musicals?"
Only one.
Only one.
We
Said
played.
one of, so it doesn't even have to be the top.
Okay.
Oh.
We played a game in the UK actually when we did our London meetup where they said we had to get rid of 3 musicals from the channel, and this question made me because we've done before like, oh, what's your favorite musical? So I'm like, what if we take Bun Bun's question here? Like you can say one that is your favorite that like has to stay, and one that has to be taken down.
Wait, a favorite that has to leave, or
No, a favorite can
that
stay,
you're protecting.
But
So-
you also have to get rid of one in order to keep one.
Oh.
So you can only say
Oh, your
one
darlings.
favorite, and you have to say one that actually has to get taken down.
Oh goodness gracious, that's hard.
All right,
Right.
Mr. I wrote all the musicals. You get to start.
Okay, so we're gonna keep. Oh, it's gotta be one of my favorites. I was just thinking we did the battle royale, and Resident Enos was my champion for that. I might keep Resident Enos. I do think that one is just weirdly accessible and a lot of fun. So Resident Enos
Yes.
stays, but it means, and let's make it so that you can't get rid of one somebody else got rid of already too.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we're gonna have 5 musicals here that would have to go.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
fair.
the one that I would cut out. I feel bad if I say one of the Brony songs because that's so easy. Like that's not really costing most of us anything because My Little Pony is a little like the show is ending and stuff. So it's like I don't have as many regrets if I kick one of them out. I'm gonna say E3 the musical.
Aw.
Goodbye E3 the musical.
Fair enough.
Goodbye.
Fair enough.
That's the Captain
my
Toad Must Die
goodness.
theme. Yeah, so E3 the musical
All right.
kicked out.
We're not actually
Not for
deleting it,
real,
guys.
don't worry. If you never
No.
watched it, you can go watch it. It's a fun song. Peter sings it. I'm in it. We worked with Underbelly for it. So.
I did the camera work for that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were there for that one.
Yeah,
actually.
I followed AJ around with a camera, and it was not creepy at all.
I follow him around without a camera.
It's
Dude,
actually
they're-
Slightly
creepy. Yeah, it's
less
actually
creepy.
creepy.
No.
All right, so I picked my 2, keeping Resident Enos, kicking out E3 the musical. Who dares go next? By the way, Bun Bun Drawings, I believe, is one of the people that we're working with on a T-shirt right now.
Hey.
Just FYI.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Spoilers.
Oops.
I'm gonna keep Samus the Spaceman Cowboy
Hey.
in champion fashion. I'll save it because it's underappreciated. And I feel like the easy choice is to pick a certain thing, but I'm gonna kick out Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Oh.
As much as I think
You
Power
know-
of Pong is a worse musical, Angry Birds just grates on my ears.
You know,
You really hate
I'm
Angry
with you on that. I think I'm gonna go with to throw that out.
You can't.
too.
You can't. You gotta pick
Oh, it
something.
has to
gotta
be
pick a
something
different-
different.
You gotta pick
Nate
then.
something
stole
else.
your answer.
I stole it.
dang.
Sorry. I can pick Power of Pong if you want. and you can take
You know what? I'll
it.
do Power Pong. How about that? I will do
alright.
Power Pong.
You don't even put out a favorite one yet. You're just kicking things out.
But no chance to give a favor.
If I were to keep one, oh my goodness.
These games are so nerve-wracking.
Well, because right now, one of the things that, funny enough, I listen to music while I'm at work, and actually I listen to quite a bit of your songs while I'm at work. The one that I've been playing on repeat by quite a bit, though, is Just Monica, so I think I might go with Just
Hey.
Monica.
Hey.
That one
Yeah.
is really good. That's a
It
good
is,
choice.
that is actually a really good one to listen to. It's very catchy, it's very funny, and it's still got that horrifying feel to it, and I mean, I work for Midnight Marinera. Of course I like horror. So.
Plus, it's Snipes Gwen's champion.
I know. I was
She
like,
has to get
oh.
more creative than Nate and I were.
Yeah.
You can do it, though. I believe in you.
Okay.
But you don't have to go next if David's got one.
No, I still gotta think about this one.
I
Honestly.
have a guess what it might be, but I'll wait what your choice may be, but I'm gonna...
You mean so what to eliminate and what to?
Not eliminate, but I have an idea of what your favorite might be, but I'll wait.
For the J-Man thinks that we shouldn't hate on Angry Birds because it's their favorite game.
Aw.
That said,
game is
I don't think
good.
you're hating on the game. I think you're just
I'm
hating
not
on the
hating.
musical.
I have nothing really against the game.
Sure, the game
The
is
musical is just
fun.
grating.
Repetitive, screechy, early. It was like the fourth one we made or something. Fifth one, I think.
Aw. Sorry. Later on. Sorry. I saw something.
I'm gonna say while you're
Boy.
thinking, we can say thanks, Coolrush Girl, for the
Thank you for the super
super
chat.
chat, and thanks again for Voidnull, who also wants you to do more audio.
Yes, you should.
I'm working on it, honestly. I mean, I know Midnight Marinera, the audio dramas are on a bit of a hiatus right now while I build up more material, but there will be more stuff like that in the future.
There will be
And
more.
I will do more audio stuff. I would love to do more audio stuff. So,
Keeping one, kicking the other.
keeping one, kicking the other. See, I don't feel like this is as difficult as it could be but then I do so enjoy.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can.
pretty much.
There's so many you can kick. Though.
Yeah, there
There
are a
are.
lot I can kick.
Like
I almost
brony songs. Like I know one
I
that you
know.
talk about
And
a
I
lot
said I
is
wasn't
"We
gonna
Wish
touch
You a
this.
Merry
it's hard
Creeper."
because he
That
was
one's
in
not
them,
real.
though, so it's like...
Not real.
Well, it's
What?
on the channel, and it's a
Actually, I know
musical.
quite a bit of people in the Brony songs. Like
That's true. Actually,
it's weird. Like, I'm like, wait, I know this person, this person, this person, like, even before.
Them bronies, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
what
I
can
know.
say? Shoot.
It actually gets worse if you imagine that not only does it get kicked, but you never made it. Like, what are the consequences for the ones that you never made suddenly? Like, if it was, like, taken to that degree, like, okay, so at E3 one year, we didn't hang out and do that stuff. Yours, like, Angry Birds actually was one of the, like, first more successful videos on the channel outside of Pac-Man. Like, Angry Birds ended up, like, it had a slow start, and then it, like, got really popular on mobile. I wonder why. And it ended up really chugging, us through a slow start after we hit the January slump for our very first year of all time. Which one did you kick?
Power Pong.
Power Pong.
Power Pong.
Yeah, no real consequences.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
okay.
I wanted to pick something that's like,
Yeah.
well.
I'm gonna keep the Eevee song actually.
Hey.
Okay, that was surprising. I didn't.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking Arkham Rock Opera.
I know Arkham's one of my favorites to work on, and it's one I really enjoy. But the Eevee song, I feel like was for me, both being on set and both in terms of the production you guys did for it, was like a benchmark for RE. Like it was really good. The music was good. The setting was great. I had a ton of fun being a part of that musical. I mean, that's where my Oak cred got established.
Right.
So that was fun.
And we pulled out all the stops on that one.
Yeah.
We really did.
Yeah.
Like the amount of extras for that were great. We had, Dodger did an amazing job as the Eevee.
Yeah, she's
in that
incredible.
one. So and just to be someone this is hard because I could choose a more obvious one. to kick.
Well, I'm going to just really quickly, because Bun Bun Drawings is the one that asked this question and is one of the artists, I have to say it's fitting that you answered that the Eevee song is the one you would keep, because Bun Bun is working with us on a shirt for the Eevee song.
Oh,
Actually,
that's
so
great.
there you go. There's a design that Bun Bun is doing right now for Eevee, actually.
Oh,
I
man.
like how you keep giving me more time. Like the longer you guys.
One of
answer,
these
the
days,
more I
Gwen's
get
going to
to-
actually
yes.
have to come up with
Well, it's
you.
also 1 o'clock, so we can't
Go too much
Oh.
longer.
can't keep
Oh,
delaying.
time.
Lunchtime soon.
What are you
Can't
thinking
delay
of?
the
Alright,
inevitable.
I'm gonna kick out one. just to be fair, I'm gonna kick out one that I was also in. Just to be fair.
Wait.
I'm gonna say Super Monkey Ball.
I thought you were going to say Super Mario Bros. I was like, how
No,
could you? And I was
no,
like,
never.
Monkey Ball. Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
are you
no.
gonna throw out
Monkey-
Tetris?
Tetris was my first one.
I know.
Just that. No, I only choose Monkey Ball because as much as I loved being in that one and as good as it was, I gotta kill one of my darlings. So
There you go.
there it goes.
Aw.
You did a great performance
Thank
also
you.
in that one.
That might have been one of
so-
my. That might have been one of my in terms of like presence. That would have been one of my biggest roles as Dr. Bad Boon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was difficult to shoot. I feel like almost because it was so much work, that's the reason I would take it out. Not because the product isn't fun at the
No,
end. But
the work we put
I'm
in
like,
that one was intense because it was
Yeah.
all green screen.
it
and
was.
all,
It took a lot of work, and I know we didn't have as many fans that were like eager to see it because they're like, "What is Super Monkey Ball? I've never played that." And it's cool that some people found the game, but it was also like, we worked really, really hard. No one cared.
yeah.
Those are good choices.
All right. So the only reason I'm picking these two actually
Oh.
is under the idea that if we get them kicked out, that we just never made them.
I'm gonna get
Oh, no.
offended.
Oh boy, this is
No.
gonna be fun.
Okay. So I'm keeping Senpai Notice Me because
Ah.
if that had never been made, honestly, I'm not sure I would be sitting here right now. I technically knew some members of Random Encounters before that, but like I didn't start hanging out with these guys until that musical. So I'm keeping that, and I met these guys through that. Like my life is good because of that musical.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
You're gonna make me cry or something.
It's the Tingle song, isn't it? Go, little gosh.
It's haunted me every night.
To be fair,
But that means you don't have to wear that outfit.
I don't mind that outfit.
Oh,
He came
really?
out here knowing he was gonna be
I also
Tingle.
would say
Oh.
Tingle is actually not a good one to kick because if you kick that, we never made a December musical
yeah.
that month, yeah.
that month, and that would have probably
Well,
lost us.
I-
Not that it made.
I
much
assume
money.
every one of us now has named a musical
That
that
loses money.
That's true.
that we
Yeah.
wouldn't have made something that month. So
I'm actually kicking Team Full of Harmony
Team Full of Harmony.
because that was filmed on AJ's birthday, and if we hadn't made it, then he would have had the day off on his birthday.
and she wouldn't have had to wear that Jessie wig.
I wasn't even gonna tell anyone. about
Eternal shame.
We have a panel. Oh, it's a good time to plug that before
That's
we
true.
get too far.
Because somebody actually asked if we travel across the U.S., and I was going to bring that up as a way to segue
Please
to
do.
that
No,
as well.
please do.
I don't remember. I don't know who did it. It was a while ago. But somebody asked if we travel, and yes, sort of. We go to conventions every once in a while when they invite us, and we will be at one next week in Hartford, Connecticut for ConnectiCon.
Awesome.
We were there last year. We're going back there again this year. And as AJ said, we do a panel there called YouTube Campfire Stories, where we have themed categories where we tell horror stories, and one of them is like costume. No, it's Eternal Shame.
Shame.
Yeah,
Nice.
Eternal Shame, where basically something we had to do or wear that was committed to camera on the internet brings
really
us
sad.
great shame.
Or worse, TV every
Oh,
so
yes.
often.
Oh yeah. And
AJ
we-
tends to win this category because of that. but-
I so far am winning, but we keep score convention to convention to see who's like ahead in which categories.
Because each of us has a story to tell in each category, and then we get the audience to tell us which one was actually the most horrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, and we actually turn off all the lights. Like people can wear their pajamas to it. We have like a little campfire and like
that's
flashlights. It
I
is
like
super
that.
fun, and we're doing about 4 panels there. But this is like one of the ones we do at every convention, and the audience gets to decide not only who wins, but even which stories are being told. And we've actually got new ones for next week that we went back through, revised, and updated our stories to have the best and juiciest horror stories.
Yes.
So yeah, that convention is coming up next week. It's called ConnectiCon. If you're in Connecticut or around it, you can go find it, and you can find us at it. Starting, I think, Friday, and it'll be going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
You can even find AJ's parents at it.
You can even find my parents. They're even cosplaying. It's the craziest thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So yeah, the website for that is kinneticon.org, and
And we'd love to see you there.
we would love to see
If
you
you are
there.
anywhere near it, come see us. We'll do
Mm-hmm.
some funny things on panels. We'll hang out a little bit outside of panels. We'll have a booth where we can sign things. We have some special things that we're taking to the convention that we've never taken before for signings.
That's true.
Puppies.
So if you're
No.
Yeah, 4 panels, 3 signings. It's gonna be a cool, magical
Five?
weekend.
Or do we combine?
I combined.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and we'll be posting the schedule. I think we posted the schedule already, actually.
Yeah, we did an Instagram post where we posted the schedule.
Yeah.
So-
Thursday or Friday this coming week, we will show you what you will be getting at our signing booths. By the way, because we have special things for you to have for free at our signing booths.
And if you can't make that, we will be in Chicago in December.
That's true. We haven't announced.
We
that.
have confirmed that. We haven't announced it yet, but if you live in the Chicago area, we're going to be at Con Alt Delete again for the 3rd year.
Never
So,
thought they would invite us at all.
yeah, I don't know the
years
exact
in.
dates off the top of my head.
It's right before Christmas.
It's right
Yeah.
before Christmas.
It's
It's
like
the
the-
weekend
Yeah.
before Christmas.
It's like
I
the
think.
20th or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in that area, Google Con Alt Delete, and maybe you can see us there.
I know
instead.
Malcolm is thanking you right now for having said that because we didn't get confirmation out about Kineticon early enough for some people. So
Oh.
now at least you all know that something's going on in Chicago this year in December as well.
And if you're not in either of those 2 places, we are always looking to travel to other places. So go ahead and look up what your local convention is, if you have a favorite one or just one that's really close to you, and tell them that you want us. Because we can message them all that we want and say, hey, we'd love to go. But if they don't think that people want us to be there, they're not going to bring us there.
Hands down, the number one reason, and we've been told that from the conventions, is they invite us back because people there want us. So it doesn't matter how much we
There
want
you
to
go.
or like how affordable we are or things like like that doesn't matter. It's all about have they been hearing from a bunch of people. I came because Random Encounters was here, or like I wanted to look into this convention specifically for Random Encounters. That's what matters.
So you message your conventions. If your friends want to see us, have them message the conventions. Like, let them know that you want us, and because we want to be there. We definitely want to meet you guys, and we love to travel, and we're trying to get as many places as possible.
Including places outside of America, which we've done once at a meetup.
It's true. Last October, we were in London, and we had an amazing time. And honestly, we had so many people show up for that. It was such a cool thing. I still occasionally get like messages from them, and it makes me happy. So we'll see if maybe we can work something outside the country again soon. And soon being in the next
12 months. Doesn't hurt to ask still, though. You know what?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a couple questions we should get to, and then we should probably get our lunch.
We should.
We're making a long month live chat this month.
So Maddox1000 sent us a super chat and asked if you could do a musical of one, which would you choose, Factorio or Satisfactory? Does anyone know what either of those are?
I don't know what those are.
Okay, so Satisfactory, I at least know that the Stipendium has done something about. I don't know about Factorio.
I'm like vaguely familiar with the name. I'm just not sure what the game is, and that's just because I'm an old fogey. So.
I'm gonna pick Satisfactory because it sounds so much more pleasant. It sounds like at the end of it, I will have everything that I want.
Be like, this was exactly what I needed. Thank you.
I'll go with Factorio because it sounds like a Spider-Man villain.
It does, right?
Or a weird Adam West Batman villain who like torments you with weird facts or something. I don't know.
I'll
gonna-
go
no.
with Factorio as well. Just
Oh.
because I like the word Factorio over Satisfactory.
It sounds mathematical, kind of.
Factorio.
I'll go Satisfactory because if the Stipendium did something about it, then it must be good because he's got good taste. I trust him.
Okay.
You're the tiebreaker.
Uh-oh.
No, I'll go with Factorio.
Oh, Factorio wins! All
Factorio.
right, well, this wasn't a confirmation we're making either of them. But,
Did we want
you
to address
highlighted
that?
this. Yeah, you highlighted this one. I like it.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Ooh.
Yes, I saw
Benlet
it too.
and Ollie asked, or rather,
I think
said,
Irene Ruiz actually probably did it.
yeah, somebody, Irene Ruiz probably asked it, and then Benlet and Ollie responded that we should do it, and then Neff said that we have not done it yet, and that it is Luigi's Mansion, and
We got a Mario
we
here.
may or
about
may
Luigi's
not
Mansion?
be seriously considering Luigi's Mansion
It's the right year for it.
for this
Well,
year's.
there's the third coming out too.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. It is definitely high on our list of potential October musicals this year. No confirmation, because obviously it requires a mansion set.
yeah.
But
Makes me wish we had
we,
the Enos, that Resident
Right.
Enos set.
yes, there is no better year to potentially do one than when the third game is being released. as well.
Exactly.
So,
I will go with them. I think a Luigi's Mansion music.
I say now that we've actually got Luigi as well, it would have been weird doing Luigi's Mansion before an official Mario musical.
Yeah, exactly.
But now that the Mario Brothers are established in the Random Encounters canon,
universe.
Yeah,
Yes.
now it's not as weird for Luigi to show up and be like, oh, where's Mario in any of these? Now we've seen them both. Also, our friend Grunt, who does puppets, he did the puppet for the Phantom of the Opera in the Mario Brothers musical. He is making a King Boo puppet that has like glowing eyes and stuff because he loves Luigi's Mansion as well. So he was asking about, maybe collaborating on a project, and I haven't followed up very well because I'm a delinquent person who's behind on everything in my life. But yeah, that'd be really fun. Maybe we'll get to it finally this year.
Okay, real quick thank yous to both Pixelmonics and Zekrom Gaming for sending us super chats.
Thank you, guys.
And do we want to grab one more question before we leave, or do we want to beard salute out?
I was going to say that Pixelmonics had mentioned getting voices from some of the characters, and we don't normally do that, but I was like, we do have a weird, we have a lot of different character voices on the couch today. Maybe it's worth all reading one comment here or something in a voice.
Oh no!
reading.
Or let's pick a question and we'll each read it in one of the voices.
Okay.
So what are the voices that they
That's
mentioned?
like
They
one more
asked
question.
for-
No, we'll read the same question.
Oh,
Four
We
times.
asked for Baldy from Nate, Playtime from me, Bad Boon from David King, and
even have an
Nugget
answer to this one?
from you.
Do we have a...
No.
No, we don't.
okay.
We don't have an answer to that question.
Ooh.
Sorry, we're looking through, and it's funny how many of these we don't actually have a good answer for at the moment. So
Oh.
sure.
So are we going to answer this in the voice, or are we
No, we're going to read the question.
So we're
Each
going
of
to
us
read
are
the
gonna
question 4 times.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Melissa Porter's question, I will read the question as Nugget, and then you guys can repeat it or embellish upon it if you so choose. All right. I'm gonna be the hardest one to understand because Nugget's voice is like. All right. The question was. What is your favorite superhero?
What is your favorite superhero?
What is your favorite superhero?
I get more angry each time you don't tell me your favorite superhero.
Nugget's favorite superhero man is Nugget Man.
Nugget Man.
And Nugget Man
Oh,
is Nugget's
Baldy Man.
Baldy Man. Favorite superhero?
Wait,
well, we still
do we
got
have
two people
read
to.
it?
Yes, you gotta read it still.
Mr. Baldy, AJ hasn't said who his favorite superhero is.
AJ's the here, only Nugget is here.
Oh.
I don't have a favorite superhero. I find them all disgusting.
He's a superhero. He's my favorite superhero.
Oh.
Really?
Biffalo Bub is
You
your
chose
favorite
me.
superhero.
Buffalo Rose is my favorite superhero.
Oh my god.
Spider Nugget is my favorite superhero.
Spider Nugget.
My favorite superhero is Factorio.
Alright, we answer for real or
This
what?
is like
We have to answer
wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are my favorite superheroes.
I believe that.
I believe that too.
You have to pick one, so
Leonardo is my favorite. Shredder is my favorite superhero.
the Rat
Can
King.
Splinter be my favorite superhero? I
Sure.
always like the mentor characters.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Batman is super cool. Batman might be.
That,
like, if I have
Batman's
to narrow
probably
down
my
to one.
favorite, honestly.
It's not Vision. Vision's.
No.
Sorry to people who like Vision.
Batwoman's pretty rad too, though. Honestly.
Batwoman's awesome. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna go with Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice. Very good choice.
I got a lot of approval for that one. I feel good.
She still needs her own movie.
She's getting one.
She's getting it. I'm like
Good.
crossing my fingers. It's gonna be good.
I hope so.
Why is your favorite superhero not Nugget Widow?
Nugget Widow.
Nugget Widow is your favorite superhero.
I now need artwork of Nugget as dressed up as Black Widow.
No.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
There are artists out there, and they're gonna draw this, and it's gonna be amazing.
Cringe.
If you're gonna draw him as Black Widow, can we just do like the entire like the
Kindergarten class is
Yes,
Black Widow.
that's-
Oh, it's superheroes. I see where you're
Oh,
going.
that's a good one.
That is cute.
The Kindergarten Cinematic Universe.
We actually have a friend who's a talented artist, and she drew our whole network as like superheroes. I was actually Hulk. I was the Hulk.
You were the Hulk.
And where were you as?
I think I was. Oh gosh, was I? I
can't remember.
Oh, this is really bad. I should know. Was I Hawkeye or was I Black Widow?
You were Black Widow.
I was
You were
Black
Black
Widow.
Widow.
Yeah, there we go.
Scandalous.
Somewhere
Excellent.
there is artwork of him as Black Widow.
Well, now I know why you want Nugget as Black Widow.
Yeah.
All right, I believe we have answered the question.
I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, not an actual superhero. we just
Uh,
don't care what he thinks.
Mr.
pretty much,
Baldy.
yeah. It's the general
Baldy
consensus.
hasn't gone yet.
Oh, Baldy likes Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine is a really good
Bub.
one.
Yeah.
He got his own movie 3 times. 2 of them sucked.
Yeah, they
He
did.
got one right.
And then he
too.
finally died in the last
One of them
Oh.
ruined Deadpool, and then it got better again. So it's all good.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say everything came around in the end.
Ew.
All right, we do have to give one more thank you to SMP1123, who also wanted to know if we were looking for new talent because they have been taking vocal and drama lessons for 2 years now, and they'd love to try it out.
This is actually good to end on because a lot of people have actually asked things.
It's
like
true. If you are interested in possibly working with Random Encounters, it's good if you live near us. That always
That's
has your
kind of important.
chances.
Near us is Southern California.
Yes.
Which is not actually good to live in at the moment because every day there's an earthquake. I was waiting for one to happen.
I'm waiting for today's.
There was multiple questions of, did you guys feel the earthquake?
Oh, we
Yes.
felt it.
Yeah.
I was like
We totally
preparing
felt
for
it.
like we were supposed to start this by like, hey, if there's an earthquake, we're just gonna get up and we're gonna leave the room quietly, and we won't turn off the stream because the stream will turn itself off if it gets bad enough.
Oh yeah.
But apparently we made it through.
But if you live in Southern California or
Yes.
you don't live in Southern California, the best way to catch our attention and see if you would be good to work with is actually for you to send us some sort of acting and singing reel to our Random Encounters email, which is listed in the About section on our YouTube page and on our Instagram page and a couple other places. But so you can find our email and you can email us a video of you acting and singing, and then that's kind of like your audition. And if you pass the audition, we'll let you know.
I'm gonna say passing the audition actually is less important than if we have a project ready that makes sense to work together on.
That's true.
That's gonna be a bigger issue. So it's not that we don't think people are talented enough. It's that we often don't have a good role actually to work together on.
That's true.
One of the ways that we used to, and we're going to try to get back into it, finding new talent to work with was going to conventions, especially local conventions. Which David King here on the couch is somebody I met at a convention.
Yeah. That was.
He's not the only one either that's been on the channel from a convention. So we haven't done it in a long time, but that's one of the best ways because we ran into people often cosplaying who were, playing characters or dressing up as characters going like, I made this myself, or like, I love to sing and act, or like, I watch all the videos and I'm, free if you ever need somebody. So hopefully we'll, maybe start going to more of the conventions in Southern California, bumping into people. And if you see us someplace and you want to tell us, what you've done, you can always email us, just like Gwen said, with, some of your YouTube links of like, this is me acting, or this is a song that I, wanted to cover. We'll look at them.
And because, like he said, it's about having a good part for you, you might not hear from us for a while
Or forever.
or forever. But like, don't feel bad if we don't. It's not that you're not great. It's not that you're not really talented. It's that we don't have a good place to fit somebody in. We'd like to. We like working with new people.
Yeah. There's nothing super special about any of us on the couch compared to you. It's not that, you might be better in a role than any one of us would have been. But there is a convenience factor to going. Any one of us at any moment can jump in and get this video done for the YouTube algorithm every single week. So yeah, please don't take it personally. I don't expect that you would cast me in your videos either because I'm probably not a better singer than you or a better actor. None of us are the complete package waiting to bust out on Hollywood and be like, ha, I'm the new Brad Pitt or the Angelina Jolie. It's not us.
Great choices.
Golden Unlimited actually just asked a really good question about whether or not there is an age limit to audition. There is no age limit, but if you are under 18, please check with your parents before you send us a video of yourself.
We're supposed to tell YouTube if we work with you and you're under 18, so it's very important.
Make sure your parents are okay with you sending a video because we are technically strangers on the internet and we mean you no harm whatsoever, but make sure your parents are aware. Make sure that they know what you're doing and what you're sending us.
Well said.
Yes.
All right, I think that's it. Was there anything we needed to announce before we sign this off? I think just as a recap, I saw Neff is already answering it. Kindergarten 2 is delayed until at least the end of August, probably September. We don't have an announcement about the next musical yet. Stay tuned. But we do have an announcement that we're going to be out of town at Kineticon to see some of you people from the East Coast of America next week, starting on Friday. I think it's, the 11th through 14th?
Yep.
12th through 14th? I
11th.
forget. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we'll be there signing some autographs, and we'll see some people in Chicago. That sounds like it.
All right. Then I think we get to beard salute out of here.
Fantastic.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us today. David and Kayla here, been on the channel before, run their own stuff. Go check out Midnight Marinara. They do an amazing job there with creepypasta stuff, and we've even got to be on it a couple times.
We have.
Yeah.
And you'll likely be on it again.
Likely.
Yes.
I believe we're even doing a little recording with them for something today. So.
Yes.
Oh no, I know what you're going to do, and it's going to be awful.
I believe it's got a video game.
It does
element
have
to
an
it.
Something
it
to
does.
do with Sanic.
Sanic. Something infamously.
.exe.
Oh, wait.
Gotta go fast.
All
She
right.
went too fast.
Well, before we spoil anything else, let's beard salute.
We're gonna be salute out of here. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you guys next month. Beard
Beard
salute.
salute.
Woo! And this is the awkward part where we just read your comments. Oh, I'm not
This is the part where you just
Mayo
dance.
Jello, have a great day. Andreas Hacker, bye bye. Bye bye. Allison Marshall, happy birthday. Happy birthday to me in a month in advance.